Subscribe to JB dragmotoxboss. It's free, easy, and you can always unsubscribe at any time. My goal is 1.25k subscribers. If I hit 1.25k subscribers, I will release the quote-unquote Real Dang Tutorial 3. So subscribe. Subscribe to Jake the Fox. He normally hardly gets any subscribers. Today, I'm going to build a door bridge on this base instead of getting icewood like I normally do. And I'm going to be teaching you the methods that I used to reboost my self-esteem and, prevent me from getting depressed or at least feeling insecure about this situation. This is what I did to help better myself. I'm not entirely sure if this will work for you, all right? But if you follow these basic steps, I'm sure if they don't help you fully, I'm sure they should at least help you a little bit. And they don't hurt to try at all either, all right? In fact, it only betters you, all right? Number one is to surround yourself with friends. Actually, I should really talk about the subject first before I go to number one, number two. So, basically, there's a lot of influences on social media, your friends maybe, just everywhere, saying, oh, you got to get a date, you got to get a girlfriend, you got to get a boyfriend, you got to date someone. Your parents might also put pressure on you, which is quite unfortunate. Parents should not put pressure on their children to date someone. Dating is hard. Dating sometimes is unfair. Sometimes we're all hopeless romantics, all right? So, the parents should, let loose a little bit and, not be as harsh, all right? So just always remember that, the younger you are, you don't necessarily need to be in a relationship. It's still good to work on yourself and live life. Take it from me, who's been single for most of my life. I'm very happy being single. And you might be saying, oh, you have a whole entire YouTube channel and a GB Drag Motocross community. Oh, there's meme random. That is true, but you all can also, fix your mindsets as well. Sometimes people will be like, you got to get a girl. It's really not that important. There's one thing that you got to keep in mind, and this might be hard for people who are in relationships right now and who are in high school, but most high school relationships fail. Usually due to the, sometimes people not figuring out their sexualities, teens having a higher chance of becoming depressed, so they have to step out of relationships, people moving to different places, all that other stuff, for college, and then they just don't want to do the relationship online. It won't work for them. It's quite unfortunate that, a lot of relationships fail, but that's really what happens. Now, think. A relationship is meant for, something to turn into marriage. Some people don't want it to turn to marriage. That's a whole different story. I'm not going to talk about. Too controversial. But you want to get a partner eventually. I know I'm going to have to get a partner eventually, to make me happy. Or maybe not. I don't necessarily have to. But when you're young, there's more people who have more free time. And it's good to just hang out with friends, have a good time, laugh. You don't really need a relationship. As much as you might start to feel lonely, you don't need to, deal with an entire relationship when you're younger. I mean, yes, you can take on the challenge, but, the younger you are, even people at my age, 17-year-olds, they don't necessarily need to be in relationships, It's good to focus on school, and it's good to focus on yourself, becoming a better person, figuring out what you want to do in life, doing some inspiring things, like creating a YouTube channel and giving amateur advice on YouTube to try and better help people. You don't need a relationship. As time moves forward, you realize, I don't need one. Yes, that is fun and all, kissing and stuff like that, but think of this. You still have fun going home, spending time with family, having laughs, spending time with friends, watching JB Drag Motocrossboss. When you're watching my channel, you're not thinking, oh, I'm single. Well, maybe you are right now because of this subject. But in normal videos, you don't think about that. You just think about the subject I'm talking about, and it distracts you. And you don't think about how lonely you are and sad you are. In fact, you're not lonely and you're not sad. And here's, how you can fix that. Start thinking to yourself, And I'm not going to do number 1 and number 2, so I'm just going to explain these all in like one go, all right? Think to yourself here. Do I really need a partner? The answer most likely is no. You know, you might be thinking, yes, I need to feel not lonely. But all those moments that you don't feel lonely, if you think of it, you're not having a tough time. If you're constantly spending time with friends, you don't really need to worry about a relationship. Yes, it might be great and all, but you don't need to worry about it. You need to focus on yourself. Spending time with friends, spending time with yourself, you know, that's fun. That is a lot of fun. You do not need to bring an entire like relationship into this. You do not need to try and date someone. Just think of how happy, all I really could say is think of how happy you are currently being single. If you're not, then start surrounding yourself with friends. Start doing good things in the JB Drag Motocross Boss community. Start doing good things in the Lumber Tycoon 2 community. Start doing good things in any community. All right? Be good. Help other people out. It'll make you feel good. It'll make you feel worthy. People will be like, thank you for helping me out. You're a very kind soul. And that'll make you feel good about yourself. That'll not make you feel lonely. You're constantly helping people out. You're making bonds and connections with people. If you're that, like, lonely and you don't have one, get a job. That'll also help occupy yourself, too. Think about this. If you're not dating someone, you're going to be saving. You could save a lot of that money to go and hang out with your friends or just to save the money. It never hurts. It never, ever hurts to save money. It's always a wise thing to do. By the way, I'll be loaded in a different slot when I actually use this door bridge. I'm not actually intending to use this door bridge on this slot here. The more you do for yourself, the more you do something accomplishing, like do chores around the house, you're getting something done. And that's amazing. That's amazing that you're getting that thing done. Spending time with friends, putting smiles on people's faces, you'll feel really good about yourself. And then soon you'll forget about the whole fact that, oh, I don't have a partner. I know it sometimes can be difficult when, you're comparing yourself to other people. Like, oh, this person's getting a girlfriend here, there. It really does not matter. And if you're in high school, think, well, that relationship has, a higher chance to fail. So, really, the joke's more on them. And that's kind of a harsh kind of truth to say. It's a little mean to say, and I do apologize for all the people who are in high school relationships. The joke's on them. Even if people are saying, oh, you didn't get a girl yet? That's fine. That's fine that you didn't get a girl yet. Just think of this. You'd much rather, I think you have a much better time working on yourself, helping people out, inspiring other people, making other people laugh. Did I already say making people smile? I don't know. But I did say that earlier in this video, I know for a fact. That's a lot better than worrying about, having a partner. Yes, that is very good, but you do not need to depend on having a partner. You really do not. Even if you notice people pulling girls or boys left and right and left and right and left and right all the time, it really does not matter. It's much better to work on yourself, to make sure that you're healthy, to spend time with friends, laugh with friends, being noticed in the JB Drag Motocross Boss community, which I'm going to be perfectly honest with you, doesn't really take that long to be noticed in the JB Drag Motocross Boss community. Join the JB Drag Motocross Boss community. Join my Discord server. I'll give you member role. And, sometimes it'll take a few hours. Sometimes it'll take only 1 hour. You have to bear with me here. And join live streams when they go on. Join member VCs, talk to people in there. They're very nice and kind people. All right. If anyone's mean, report that to me, please, now. Just talk to me. Talk to Maple Alex. Talk to Egg. Have a fun time. You know, it's very interesting and fun talking about all different topics that we talk about as well. All the funny stuff that goes on. You could have some laughs with us. You know, if you don't really have that many friends, come hang out with us. And I know there's some people who, you know, are like lonely wolves and just are like, I don't need friends. Well, if you don't need friends, you know, like just don't want friends and don't have friends, well, then just do stuff that makes you happy. Do stuff that's inspiring. Work on your hobbies. Maybe that'll help you towards your career. You know, what I'm doing in my hobby definitely does help me out towards my career, especially this type of video. You know, I want to try and do something in psychology, and this is more of a psychological video. Well, amateur psychological, but, you know, what more can you really expect from me? I didn't go to college yet, so what do you expect? It's so laggy. How long is it going to take for this blueprint to fill? What the hell? Here's something to think about. Alright, finally, it loaded up. Yeah, I'm telling me Brandon to unload afterwards because I'm going to be recording IceWave videos. So laggy. Okay. But anyways, here's something to think about. Alright? You don't need to worry about getting a girlfriend. Don't think about the whole concept of being lonely when you're older. Now is the time where you don't have to worry about that. You have friends. Friends. You know, I just offered you to join the JB Drag Motocross Boss community. It's an incredible thing to do. Lot of people. I'm very active in this community, so even if it's only me, myself, why not talk to me? Talk to me. I could use some more friends. I could always use some more friends. You know, like now's the time. You don't need to worry about a partner when you can just, you know, feel less lonely by constantly having people to talk to. And I get that, you know, maybe some of you only have some friends, and that might not work out because, you know, they're not online all the time and you want someone to hang out with all the time. That is true, but getting into a relationship is like signing a contract. You have to devote a lot of time, you have to have a lot of patience, and it's a lot of hard work to maintain a relationship, all right? And plus, I just offered you to join an entire JB Drag Motocross Boss community, all right? I did this door. I have to go up here and, like, open one of these doors. You know, in the JB Drag Motocross Boss community, there's so many people in my community that, you know, there's always someone to talk to. All right, I usually never find myself being lonely in the JB Drag Motocross Boss community. And make some more friends, you know, online friends, why not? Make some more friends, hang out with more people, you know. Even if it's like hanging out with people in the group and you're not necessarily making emotional connections, it's still fun. Oh, come on, I really fell that far down. All right, it's still I'm getting mad in this video. It's still fun just being in a group setting, and I understand that it gets annoying, you know, listening to people play games that you're not playing. If that situation happens, then you know, I'm not saying be there. All right, just, you know, hang out with people who are playing the games with you. Have fun. Do good things. Remember, getting into a relationship is like signing a contract. A lot of people just sign that contract because it appeals to them and it's a really good thing, and it is, but you guys don't need to worry about that. And even in your 20s or possibly your 30s, you know, it won't be that bad. But, you know, when you're older, then worry about a relationship, or maybe never, because honestly, a lifestyle like this is not bad. As long as there's a lot of people. If you're alone constantly, then, you know, that's when it gets, you know, yeah, you want to talk to people. But some people, you know, manage being alone for a while. I mean, being alone for a while doesn't sound that bad either. So there's a lot of wins, but it's good to be surrounded by friends all the time, and don't be alone forever. In terms of, like, just being by yourself, like, hang out with friends. All right. Some people may not even need to get a relationship in the future. Some people, you know, just get a relationship, you know, and be nice, be kind in the relationship once you get into one. All right. I talk about relationship advice in different videos, and very surface level, because I'm not really that good and not that great in that field, but I'm not terrible in that field either.